Thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday edition of the Brian Snow Show. Happy to have y'all with us. Still getting used to my new digs and my new microphone and all the levels within. I think I got everything situated now, and I hope y'all enjoy what I have in store today. During hour one, we'll hear from Mike Debate as he talks NFL with me, and for hour two, the Random Musings of Vicalah will join us. To the Fanatics Feedback Zone, Undrafted Hoops joins us this afternoon, along with Ryan McCoffey and David 3000. I must tell you, David, I am not able to join the Dugout podcast this afternoon because I got a ton of stuff to do before I go on vacation. I will explain later. And the big dog, Shane Lake, the super producer, is in the building. Yes, it is. Yes, he is. I'm trying to add him to a group chat, but I'll figure that out later. Okay, time now for my opening subject. And the opening subject is simple. And I will put this in the. I will. I don't know how else to say this, and I've said it before, and it frustrates me every time I talk about this because there's so many other players that belong in the belong in the Pro Football Hall of Fame that are not there. Here's one of them. Why isn't Roger Craig in the Hall of Fame? Why? What is up with that problem? And it is a problem. I've said it before and I will say it again. If you can celebrate Marshall Faulk having a 1,000 season, 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving, if you can celebrate Christian McCaffrey having a 1,000 season, that of course was in 2019, then why can't you celebrate the fellow who did it first? And I'm talking about Mr. High Knees, High Step himself, Roger Craig. Played fullback at Nebraska, played fullback when he was drafted by the 49ers. And he Well, Errol Campbell, Tony Dorsett, and Walter Payton all played at the same time. That could be your top tier of running backs. You know who belongs on that tier also? Roger Craig. For, in essence, revolutionizing the position. And I'm not saying the others that I just named a moment ago couldn't catch the ball out of the backfield. That's stupid of me to say that because they could, but they were power runners. Roger Craig was a power runner, but he also could catch the ball. That was a part of the Bill Walsh offense. Now, I understand Cole's argument, my partner Cole Johnson, my brother from another, when he said he was lost on that team with Montana and Rice and others. I get that. But as Shane Lake just said, why can't we celebrate him? Because the man has 3 rings. He should have been a lock a long time ago. Should be academic. You know what they're going to point to? A fumble he had in an NFC championship game in 1990 against the big badass New York Giants. Now, Wise Cole and I talked about that particular game this morning. You know how great the Giants defense was? Number 1 in the league in 1990. I believe that to be true. If someone could look that up and confirm it, I would be appreciated. And Victor just said it best. And we're going to talk later on in the second hour. The era of the versatile running back started with number 33, Roger Craig. If you think about it, Walter Payton was ahead of his time being as versatile as he was, but he wasn't recognized for it, which is a crime in and of itself, even though Walter Payton is firmly ensconced in the Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. But if you want to talk the era of the versatile running back, the era of the running back that can block as well as run and catch the ball out of the field, out of the backfield, that was Roger Craig all day long. That was why Roger Craig was a perfect fit for that 49ers West Coast offense. Because the design of the West Coast offense, if you really think about it, was first and foremost to run the ball. First and foremost, they were designed, it was designed to run the ball. It was also designed for the passing game to take advantage of what the defense gave them. It was also designed to take advantage of what the defense gave them. Okay? Now, while I'm talking about players that should be in the Hall of Fame, but in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but aren't, there's a teammate of his that also belongs in the Hall of Fame. His name is John Taylor, number 82 out of Delaware State. Now, I already know that some people that are going to pop on this show, oh, you're a 49ers fan. Damn right. But I'm also a football fan. And I also know what greatness is. And I just named you 2 players. This is about this man, Roger Craig. Going back to 1990, Giants defense 13.2 points per game, played against 7 playoff teams and only allowed that. 1990. Thank you, Shane, one of our expert researchers. 1990. Okay? Victor jumps on, run the ball, then perform quick out passes that allowed the quarterback to get the ball out of their hands quickly and allow the receiver to make plays with their feet. You know who was the master of that? Bill Walsh. Hell, Bill Walsh, as I say all the time, is the godfather of the West Coast offense. Nobody designed that offense but Bill Walsh. Okay? And for a long time, Bill Walsh was with the Cincinnati Bengals, an assistant with the Cincinnati Bengals. When he got his chance with San Francisco, he ran with it and designed an offense that everyone else has copied. Everyone has copied that offense. But Bill Walsh is the innovator, the manipulator, and the operator of the West Coast offense, period. Man, Bill Walsh started this West Coast stuff. You understand me? Bill Walsh started this. You want full stats for the G men? 91 rushing yards per game, 171.7 passing yards per game, 262.9 total yards per game. In 1990, I believe that was tops in the league. I'm waiting for the big dog to confirm that. But you want to talk about a fellow who was fit for an offense and fit to play football for as long as he did. I believe it was 12 seasons. There you go. Roger the Blank Craig. It's time for the Hall of Fame to get it right. It's time for the Hall of Fame to elect Roger Craig into the Hall of Fame, period. And that should have been done a decade ago. Back in a minute.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Hey everybody, Brian Snow here. Want to do some afternoon sports talk with me and be interactive? Also meet some great guests from every walk of life? Then tune in to the Brian Snow Show on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
It is indeed the Brian Snow Show, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. More on that 90s Giants nasty defense. 13.2 points per game get up was the best in the NFL. So the Niners, who had the best offense in 1990, even though they couldn't run worth a damn, was facing the best defense. So you had strength versus strength, and the Giants won. And I still stand and applaud that particular game. I still stand and applaud that particular game. How can you not? How can you not? You know something? I think I'm going to lay a present on one of my buddies and have him come up for a couple of minutes because it has been a while since I had him on. And what I'm going to use the rest of the day to do, and into the night probably, is catch up on all the shows, both Brian Snow Show and Snowman in the Morning, that we've done for the month of June, and just cut and paste and edit and update. So, Shane, I just sent you the link. Why don't you come up and chat with me for a couple of minutes while we're awaiting Mike Debate to come on? And should Mike make it, because Mike's in charge of Locked On Patriots, y'all know how that goes. They're in the middle of middle of camp, preparing for training camp. I will let you know when Mike arrives. But what I want to do going forward with this show, with all the guests that I bring on, I'm going to have someone write all the descriptions and get you guys prepared to drop your questions in the chat. Matter of fact, I'll be the guinea pig for this afternoon. I got Victor coming on at the bottom of the show at the 3:00 hour. I'll be your guinea pig for this particular show. So drop your questions in the chat. Anything you want to know about a snowman, about his family, about my sports teams, anything you want to know, drop your questions in the chat and I will be happy to answer them. Mike Debate is on the way. And Mike's coming. So Shane, hold off for a minute. Mike Debate's on the way. And I will tell you right now, since I just got the alert from him that he is on the way, drop your questions in the chat for Mike Debate and we will answer them. We'll talk 49ers. We'll talk Patriots. The world champion Kansas City Chiefs is on the docket. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. And it has been a while, about 5-6 weeks since I've had Mike onto the program. But as you know, next week I will be on vacation with my beautiful wife. We're celebrating our anniversary as well as her birthday. And I have to remember who's going to sit in for me. I think it's Ryan McCarthy who's going to sit in for me on Thursday. In fact, I'm going to get that lineup right now while I await Mike Debate to come in. So I am leaving town on Sunday, and I will be back the following Saturday. So I'm typing right now. I'm trying to get everything scheduled. In fact, David, let me answer your question. As soon as I sign off this afternoon, I'm knee deep in administration, getting ready for next week for when I am out of town, when I'm on vacation, and gonna get everything together. In fact, there are some episodes I'm probably gonna tape in advance. Ryan says he'll be on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, so we got that part. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I think Drew is sitting in for me Tuesday and Friday. I think there's one episode Dietz is going to be on, and I think there's one episode Drew is going to be on. I know Drew is going to be handling the afternoon show as well as the Sports Sensays on Friday, and I think Dietz is filling in on Tuesday. I'm trying to get a confirmation of that while I'm awaiting Mike Debate to come on. I know this is not scheduled, but I'm going to take another 2-minute pause, and when we come back, Mike Debate will join me, and we'll talk some football after this.
We're not a cooking show. We're a show about cooking. We turn the camera around and point it at you. Our show takes place right inside your kitchen.
If you start me up, I'll never stop.
Hey y'all, Snowman here. Catch me, Cole Johnson, Wise El Jefe, and the usual cast of characters as we bring it to you every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. It's called Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, and it's right here on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Join us, won't you?
I'm in another league, I'm a different breed. I'm everything you can never be. I'm next level. Next level.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVnow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is The Brian Snow Show.
Welcome back to this edition of the Brian Snow Show. Had to take a pause because Mike Debate, my buddy, had to reboot. So I figured I'll take another 2-minute break and wait for him to come on. Victor Locke will join me for the second hour as we have some more random musings. Good Lord, have mercy! I can't wait to see and hear what Victor has on his mind this afternoon. More about the '90s Giants, 4th in rushing, 6th in passing, 2nd overall in yards per game. Hey Shane, do me a favor. Who was the top defense in 1990? Was it Frisco? I don't think it was. Let's find out because I know the Giants were first in points a lot. It was Frisco. Holy catfish! I was right. I took a pure guess at it this morning that the Giants and the 49ers were the two best defenses. And I was right. I was right. The Giants in San Francisco in team defense were 1 and 2. Third was Pittsburgh. Third was Pittsburgh. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe that I actually got that. I actually got that right. Oh, by the way, yeah, holy catfish, Dave. By the way, you know who the MVP was for all you Bradyites? You know who the MVP was in 1990? That would be Mr. Montana. And the offensive rookie of the year was Emmitt Smith. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right here. What do they base it on yards per game? I'm looking it up right. I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, but Giants and 49ers were 1 and 2 in defense. No wonder, as I think back on it, I take it Ricky Waters was the leading rusher for the 49ers. No, it was Keith Henderson, as a matter of fact, because Roger Craig missed a few games. Roger Craig missed a few games, and Keith Henderson, for a while, was their leading rusher. Man, we're taking a stroll down. We're taking a stroll down memory lane. Okay, drop your questions in the chat. I'll answer them until Mike gets here. But yeah, Ricky Waters didn't join the 49ers until 1992. Yeah, 1992. And he played 3 years in San Francisco before he bolted for Philadelphia. And then later on, he went to Seattle. Later on, he went to Seattle. And I'm trying to find the average where they base their ranking, and I don't see it here in front of me. At least not yet. At least not yet. What are your thoughts on the A's protest game Tuesday night? When is expected? Fans threw trash on the field. They can't take in a baseball game in Oakland anymore. The A's are content on leaving instead of staying in Oakland, and the city of Oakland basically flipped them off with their quote unquote last ditch effort to save the A's. So unless someone has like $2 billion in their pocket and basically comes to them and says, "You're staying and we ain't taking no for an answer," and builds them a stadium that's baseball specific and gets them out of the cavernous Oakland Coliseum, which is falling apart each and every game, then what's the use? It went exactly as I thought it would. That the throwing of the trash, I don't condone that, but you can voice your feelings another way. You can voice your feelings in so many other ways instead of throwing trash on the field. Because how does that make you look? Part one. Part two, what does that say to the rest of the baseball community? It says that you're not a great fan base to begin with. And it also says that we kind of knew that the Oakland A's are going to bite the dust. We knew that. We know that. David throws another question at me. On your show, do you interview other people from the Locked In podcast? Hell yeah, I do. In fact, I'm going to send a mass email to all the hosts of all the teams on the Locked On Network, the Believe Network. Bring it all on. Bring it all on. I talk to any and everybody that wants to talk about their team. I'm a 49er fan and a Colt fan, but I'm also an objective football man. Okay? I'm an objective football man. I call it like I see it. Play by play with JJ. I'm with you when I'm talking about the Oakland A's. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I know JJ's got a few minutes, so we're gonna talk some shop here. We're gonna talk some shop here while I wait for Mike to come in. And I'm steadily watching my computer. I'm steadily watching my monitor, I beg your pardon, for Mike Debate to come on and come in. So as usual on live television, and thank you to the folks at CSTV and CSTVnow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device. Jason, I got a few minutes. Get up here. Sick Diggy with a question. He comes to us from Norway. When were sports fans expected known to act rationally? Snowman Multimedia. This is true. They're oftentimes too emotional along with being passionate. Ain't that the truth? And Ryan couples that with that's exemplified with social media. Note the term social media. Man, ain't that the truth? I've never seen so many sports fans in their feelings that think they know the games. Thank you, Victor. We're going to talk about this afternoon. Cubdom, hello. Absolutely. Absolutely. Victor also says something we need when it comes to sports journalism. I'm old and I'm old school. Objectivity. Absolutely. I'm old and I'm old school and I'm going to stay that way. Every show that I host, every podcast that I host is based on one thing and one thing only, and that's facts. Yeah, we have fun with our opinions. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, we have fun talking about certain people. LeBron James, hello. And people get so emotional. Dear God. They get so emotional about their team, about their players. Do I need to mention the Chicago Cubs again? Sick diggy again. It's exemplified beyond logic, Ryan McCarthy, especially with the advent of social media. No lie to be found. No lie to be found at all. Jason, if you have the link, come on up here. It is all about having fun. It is not meant to be hurtful. No, it's not meant to be hurtful. It's not meant to be hurtful at all. And this is what people don't understand about me and what I do and how we do it. I have fun with all this. I absolutely have fun with all this. You got no choice but to have fun with it. Why not? I mean, what the hell? I mean, what the hell are you gonna do? Cry all the time because your team lost? Come on, y'all. I had someone. Okay, I gotta tell this funny story. In 2016, after the Warriors lost to the Cavaliers in the World Championship Series, I had someone say to me, and I'm not kidding as I say this. I had someone say to me, "Where's my where's my button?" Because I want to keep this as clean as possible. I had someone say to me, "I hope your fat didn't fall off the bandwagon." Like I didn't do that right. Turn this volume up. I hope your fat didn't fall off the Warrior bandwagon. Cleveland is a city of champions. Close quote. I got to get the quote and the close quote up here. Here's the cool cat who's the voice of the Phillies, the internet voice of the Phillies, Jason Joseph in the house with us. What up, Jason?
What's going on, Mr. Snowman? How you doing?
You are such a cool cat. You know that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
But
No, it's. Oh, oh wait, no. What were you gonna say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
what?
off or anything.
What is with when you said something when I said it was typical of Oakland A's fans and how they reacted to the reverse boycott night? I mean, come on,
Right.
they've just about given up on the A's, haven't they?
I think that the timing of this is impeccable.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
like you go on what a 7 game winning streak,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, like you have this reverse boycott that's going on. I just think that everything like I don't know. Like I do believe in signs, but I think that sometimes like things happen like just by coincidence as well. And this
Yep.
to me, I really do feel like it's just such a coincidence. Like you can't draw this up or
Nope.
anything, and so I. I I just find the whole thing really funny in that aspect. But the one thing that I will say, and I'm being really serious about this, is okay, like you have the people that have grown up with the Oakland Athletics that like really, really like love the team and they love
Mhm.
like where it is. And of course I'm gonna feel bad for those people. But others demand change. And
Yeah.
moving to Las Vegas, like sometimes man, like you sometimes you just have to move on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If the fans it's the fans' team. It's not the owner's team. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's literally their team. So if they're telling you that things aren't right, listen to the fans. It's their team.
You would think that would be the case. You know, that's how they lost the Raiders.
Yep.
Hell, that's how Los Angeles lost the Raiders in
Yep.
1994. That's how the Cardinals left. Saint That's how the football Cardinals left St. Louis. That's
Yep.
how the Rams were just kidnapped out of St. Louis. And that
Yeah.
situation still bothers me. You know, at first I couldn't say St. Louis Rams, but then the greatest show on turf happened, and you're so hooked on them and hooked on them doing well.
Yeah.
And then they move back to Los Angeles. They sell every part of their soul and then some for a championship ring to be hosted in their house. And then all of a sudden they face San Francisco in week 8 this past year and they get drilled. I want to point back to that game. Week 8,
Right.
Frisco and the Rams, the 49ers were reeling after they got kicked in the ass by Kansas City, 44-23, and there we saw the birth of Brock Purdy. But
Right.
then they go to Los Angeles and they punch the Rams in the mouth. That's, to me, you want to talk about signs? That's a sign that the Rams are going to be rebuilding for a couple of years, not just 1 year.
Correct. Yeah. Well, and like let's think about this from a strategic marketing standpoint too. So, because like we're involved with the business, and so we understand that marketing is such a huge thing when it comes to sports. So, if the owners are worried about making money, right, and they're worried about making revenue, well, if not as many fans are going to be in the seats, you know what I'm saying?
True.
You have to change the strategy. I learned in my strategic communications class that there's this concept. It's about fits, right? And I can't remember like
Yeah.
what the acronym stands for, like at this very moment in time. But
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to just advertising and marketing, it's all about the you know what's, the fans. So
Yes.
if it's going to put the butts in the seats, that's what you got to do. And
Yep.
that's why the fans have a right to complain because they're paying for the product.
Yep.
So if the team's not winning, if the team, if the organization is having problems from the top up, it doesn't matter what it is. You're spending
Mm-hmm.
$150 just to go to the game, and you're not even paying for parking. And it's not even
Yeah.
just for the game; it's about jersey sales, and it's also about like paying for cable. Like you're paying something as a fan, and you're not getting what you asked for.
You're not getting what you asked for. A Pizzle joins us from West Palm Beach, Florida. What's up to you? Everybody's greeting him. And I'll give one of the most perfect examples by that silhouette on your shirt, the New Jersey Nets.
Yep.
The New
Yep.
Jersey Nets in 2002 and 2003 were playing for a world championship. And since then, they have fallen straight down the toilet. They moved to Brooklyn and they haven't done a doggone thing since they got to Brooklyn. Not a thing. The Nets, I believe, had the perfect fit. The Meadowlands Arena was outdated. We know that is not big news. We saw it deteriorate right before our eyes, even after the Nets played for a world championship in back-to-back seasons. They had the perfect fit in the Prudential Center. You had a nice new arena. The Devils were willing to let you tenant with them. All you had to do is pay a little fee. Okay. You had the perfect
Yep.
fit. And you had the
Right.
network. You had the Yes Network right there in New Jersey. It wasn't East Rutherford, but hey,
Yep.
you're still the New Jersey Nets, which I believe is where they belong anyway. The Nets should
Yeah.
go back home to New Jersey, just like Oklahoma City should go back home to Seattle. Okay?
If it's not
N-
working, you
No.
have to fix it. You have to
You,
fix it.
I mean, who wants to pay like $300 for a 300 level seat in the Barclays Center? No, thank you.
No.
I
No.
wouldn't even want to broadcast in that joint because I'm almost afraid of where. Now, I know a lot of the NBA arenas, I saw it in the United Center in Chicago, have moved to the upper level so they can sell the seats to their fans, which I think is a crime, and I'll explain that on a
Yep.
later date.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I
You know
know.
what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I
They're
know.
following they're following the pattern of the old Lakers in the Forum and
Yep.
selling the courtside seats and not having enough room for the scorers table where the media should be on the floor.
Yes.
The first place I saw
For
that
sure.
happen um, on television was Golden State when they moved Tim Roy to the upper reaches at Oracle Arena, and of course now it's happening in San Francisco.
In San
But
Francisco.
Chase
Yes.
Center is worth $1 billion. The Warriors are worth $6 billion. So hey,
Yep.
they can get away with it. Just like now, Denver's going to be able to get away with it because they did
Sure.
something that's called win a world championship.
Which hadn't been
Okay,
done in 50 years. Yep, exactly.
they won the title. The Warriors won last year, which means more money, which means more revenue, which means more fans. Even though Golden State didn't get back to the championship, they made a run that wasn't supposed to happen because of their inconsistency this past year. Same with
Correct.
the 49ers, same with the Philadelphia Eagles, same with let it come to me, the Vegas Golden Knights, who just won the Stanley Cup. Do you know how
The
ridiculous their
Astros.
ticket prices are going to be? The
Yes.
Houston Astros.
Yep.
Who
Yep.
expected the Astros to
I
win the
know.
whole damn thing?
I know.
Who expected the
Well,
Astros to win the whole damn thing?
and
But
see,
it's all about when the timing is right and you win championships. That is when you seize control.
correct.
That's when
Correct.
you seize control.
And you know what's really funny? I kind of think that the New York Yankees are going through something really similar right now, in a
Mhm.
sense, because how many times have they kept losing to the Astros? Like, even the
Yes.
Astros now, I feel like are still the better team compared to the Yankees. And the
Yep.
Yankees can just never get over that hump. So things have to change from the top. And Yankees fans are not happy.
No,
They
they're
look
not.
at the Tampa Bay Rays right now, and they see that the Rays are winning all these games. They look at the Baltimore Orioles. They
The
were in
Baltimore.
last place like 4 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so there has to be something that's done in order to make these fan bases satisfied, and it's their team. It's not the owner's team. I really
Oh,
think that I haven't even seen the new season of Ted Lasso, but when I heard that whole quote, I was like, damn, like that is such a powerful quote because that is literally how it is. Like
it
the
is.
owners are
It
paying the
is.
money, but you know, it's everybody's team. That's what
You,
sports is about.
you know, one team that should have already been back in the winner's circle, but haven't been, and now is the
Who?
butt of everyone's jokes. The New York Jets. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you go to
for sure.
back-to-back AFC championships in 2010 and 2011,
Yep,
and they've fallen right down the toilet since then. All right, a team that's taken advantage of all their championships, the New England Patriots.
that's right.
Hello,
Yeah, no, you're right.
okay,
You're right.
the
I
the Kansas City Chiefs. When you win championships, you seize control of not only your fans and your team, but your league. Okay,
right.
the darlings of the NFL. I will say this aloud right now, here and now. Even though they're not champions, they're on the cusp. The darlings of the league this year will once again be the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep,
Because the Eagles have already done it. They've won the NFC. They're the top team. They're the top dogs in the NFC.
they
They're
are.
the team to beat. The team above them, the Kansas City Chiefs, who won their second Super Bowl in 4 years. There's your top tier right there. The
Yep.
Niners are knocking on the door, and the fans know it. The real 49er fans know it.
Yes, they
Let's go
do.
to let's go to the NBA. And I know I'm going to drive you nuts with this statement, but I believe in calling a spade a spade. The team that should have banged the door down already is the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yep.
But they screwed it up by drafting Ben Simmons. They screwed it up by not getting the best coach for Joel Embiid. And now with Nick Nurse there, I think it's too late.
The process was a failure.
It was a
It
complete
was
failure.
a total failure.
It was a total flop. Okay, Nerlens Noel, really?
I know. I know.
The
I
only
know.
thing to come out of that,
Jaleel Okafor. Yeah.
Oh
I know.
God! And I saw Jaleel Okafor playing Whitney Young in Chicago. He was dominant
I know.
there, but he
Yeah.
only had 1 year
I know.
at Duke, and that is the biggest problem.
Look at the Boston
Kyrie
Celtics
Irving,
with
hello.
Jason Tatum. Yeah, the
Kyrie
whole
Irving,
Jason
Kyrie
Tatum
Irving,
trade.
hello. One
Yep.
season at Duke, and he thinks he's one of the top dogs in the NBA when he's not even one of the top 150 dogs in the NBA.
Yep.
Okay? And
You're right.
unfortunately, I hate to say this, the same applies with Joel Embiid.
Yep.
What have I said? And you've caught my show lately, and Chad, you can back me up on this. What have I said about Joel Embiid? He's got the physical talents, but if you're watching on television, he doesn't have it up here between the ears. That's the one thing keeping Joel Embiid from being Nikola Jokic in the Eastern Conference.
I agree with that. Yep. I I agree with you. He's better defensively. Okay, I give you like the eye test with Joel Embiid. The problem is that Nikola Jokic. Not only is he just a very gifted passer, but really like what it comes down to with Nikola Jokic is really just his IQ for the game. He has. I really do believe that his IQ is so strong. There was actually a YouTube short that I saw the other day where he was shooting a free throw, and he heard somebody from the Heat team say something, and he knew exactly what it meant because I
Yep,
think he picked it up before, and they were going into I forget like what type of an offense it was, the Miami Heat, but
yep,
Denver was playing a zone, and the goal was for them to give it to Bam right by the net and have him go up
hmm
with an easy layup. And Jokic, not even a good defender, just goes back there and just stops the play because he knew what was going to happen.
he knew
He
what
could
was
see
coming.
it for himself. Exactly.
He knew
So
what was coming.
I have to give I have to give Jokic a lot of credit for that because I don't
I,
think
I, be-
Joel Embiid could pick that up.
I think Joel Embiid has been ruined by the culture of the NBA and the current culture of the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's what I mean. Between Ben Simmons and James Harden, Embiid's repeat MVP chances are out the window. The only reason he got it this year because he politicked for it. I mean,
Yep.
the best player in the league this year to me was Nikola Jokic by far,
I can't argue. I can't argue with you. I
by
I can't
far. The
I can't
MVP should
argue
have been a
with you.
third consecutive for Nikola Jokic, but the NBA, you know how the NBA plays politics, and y'all know I don't like politics. Look, the NBA played politics and gave it to Joel Embiid instead of the best player in the league, which wore number 15, not 21. All right.
I wish I wish that I could refute everything that you're saying, but I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Like this is all facts. And I'm not really like a delusional, type of a person like when it comes to making these sort of talking points because you're absolutely right. I mean, you
Yep.
take a look at you look at the season in its whole entirety. Okay, Denver with Nikola Jokic had a much bigger impact on his team than Joel Embiid did. It's just that plain and simple.
It's
It's
just that
literally that
simple.
plain and simple. Okay, he had the better supporting cast. I give you that, obviously. Okay,
Obviously.
Jamal Murray
Obviously.
was great. You
Yep.
know, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. I wanted the Sixers to get Michael Porter Jr., but there was no chance in heck that they were going to do it.
No.
But
No.
man, like I also feel like that they had the better coach. Like let's honestly be honest and give Mike Malone his props because while
Yes,
yes,
please.
talent wins you,
Yes.
while yes, talent wins at the NBA level, okay, Mike Malone learned a lot from that Lakers series in the bubble a couple of years ago, and guess what? That experience helped him so much when it come to this year's playoffs. He didn't go
And
back to some of those defensive schemes.
no, he didn't.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
not to mention the fact everyone was healthy. I
Yes.
said the same thing about Golden
Sure.
State. They were healthy, but they were small.
Right.
And we're talking about
Correct.
MVP arguments.
But
Jason Joseph from Play by Play with JJ joining us here on the program. Sitting in for Mike Debate, and I know JJ's got to go in a little bit, but I want to bring this
I do.
argument up also. People have yelled at me for saying Stephen Curry should have been the first four-time MVP to win four consecutive MVPs because he won it in 15, unanimous in 16, 17 went to Russell Westbrook, and I don't know why, and 18 went to James Harden. And I repeat my question, I don't know why. And I get yelled at to this day, people saying, why are you saying that Curry should have won those MVPs? How valuable really was Russell Westbrook to the 2017 Oklahoma City Thunder?
it was just all about the numbers. That's all that they cared about. The whole thing that season was could Russ pass Oscar Robinson? with the
Yep.
triple doubles, and he did it, and that's all that the league cared about. And because of that, the league made a lot of money off of that, off of
Yep.
Russell Westbrook. They really did.
Meanwhile, Stephen Curry and the Warriors are playing the most beautiful brand of basketball we've ever seen.
I agree. Yep.
And
See,
Steph didn't even get a sniff of the MVP vote. Really?
you're not gonna like it when I say this, but I do feel like that the MVP voting sometimes they definitely don't get it right a lot of the time.
Right.
And I will say that the year Steph won it the first time,
Right.
I thought maybe even LeBron should have won it over Steph that year because you
Mm-hmm.
look at the stats and you look at the numbers and the way that LeBron impacted the game more than Steph Curry did. It was
Right.
just like it was so different. And like I'm not like a big like diehard like LeBron fan,
Yep.
but I just know from the eye test, from what I would see, and even just by looking at the numbers, LeBron should have won it that year.
You know what,
However,
Pat?
with that being said,
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say like the year after that, Steph deserved to win it, and the year after that, guess who else deserved to win it the next year? Steph.
Yes.
did.
Yes.
People just didn't want to acknowledge that Steph at the time was the greatest shooter and arguably the greatest player in the league.
And
Seriously.
the best hybrid point guard we've ever seen since Magic Johnson. Okay? Magic Johnson was a hybrid well before the hybrid was created. All right? And Magic proved it on a night in 1980 at the Spectrum in Philadelphia when he started at center for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, mind you. And I don't have to say anything else. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. I know you got to go. Play-by-play with JJ is where you can find him. I believe 340 is your first, or 320 is your first pitch, is it not?
340 is the first pitch. I'm going to start the clock at 320.
When I sign off of here, I will jump onto your page and tune you in while I'm busy editing and getting everything together for my vacation. But brother, I love you so much. You have inspired me to keep going. That's why I'm on 2 shows, 2 hours a day, getting my play-by-play schedule together now, because after the 4th of July holiday, I am knee-deep in this community in North Vernon, getting local sponsors for my play-by-play cast of Jennings County. I'm just waiting on Corey Stevens to say, yes, you can come on back. We understand your health situation, but
let's go.
Me and Canton had a fight, and I kicked its ass. I kicked its ass. I know JJ's been waiting for me to say that out loud. There you go, partner. There you go. I will see you after 4 o'clock. Get going, my friend. Have a great call. I will join you later.
Not unless I see you first.
Thank you, partner.
Take it easy.
I appreciate you. Jason Joseph joining me here on the program. Always fun talking shop with him. Take a 2-minute break, and then we'll take you to the top of the hour. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Trisha's having a sleepover tonight. Can I go?
I wonder about Lucy's friends. What should I say? I know you're only 10, but one of these days a friend will offer you a drink. And alcohol at your age can lead to so many things. None of them good.
So can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me
I
something.
finished my homework.
Bigger promise. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you. Your real friends won't care. Deal?
Sure.
Really?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
Affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
I had similar situations like that. We're approaching the top of the hour, and I thought I had this. I thought I had this thing situated. Hold on a minute. Okay, there we go. That sounds perfect. Victor Locke waiting in the Victor Locke waiting in the wings. And boy, we're going to have some random musings. Very random. Back after this.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family. So the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
I don't want to grow up. I'm basically a man-child. 2005 Burning Man. I put a single Mitsubishi 170-watt panel on the roof of my F-250, and I killed the batteries within like 15 minutes of the first time turning them on. So that's when I first got into solar. I was blown away by the customer service at Battleborn.
We want them to be happy with our product because in the long run, they're the ones who are out there using it.
When you used to buy something American, like a car, something you knew was built really well, that's what I think of with Battleborn.
Hey, y'all, Snowman here. Catch me, Cole Johnson, Wise El Jefe, and the usual cast of characters as we bring it to you every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. It's called Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, and it's right here on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Join us, won't you? In the midst of me wanting to get hour 2 started, I kind of forgot something, and I am doing this one live on the air, and I can't believe I'm doing this again, but I'm going to do it again, and I have to trust my partner Cole Johnson that he would outfit an intro for me for hour 2 of today's broadcast. And I know I'm making up a lot of commercial breaks. I'm going to take one more for another 2 minutes, and then hour 2 will begin, and then I'll bring in Victor. I will be back, I promise.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Peterson here, host of The Rod Peterson Show, inviting you to join us daily for 2 hours of Atlanta's funnest sports talk right here on WQEE. I say fun because it is. You've never heard a show like it because we make the listeners a part of the show every day between noon and 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll hear plenty of the best sports talk, including the latest on the Falcons, the Braves, and more. And who knows, you might even hear you. That's the Rod Peterson Show, daily at noon, right here on WQEE 99.1 FM.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Here we go with hour 2 of the Brian Snow Show, and the Random Musings of Vicala have returned. What's up, my man?
What is going on, Snowman? And a good afternoon to everybody. I got a couple of things I wanted to start off with.
Uh-oh.
And the first one was, I need to explain the headcanon that went through my mind that started this war between myself and Ray Ray. Now, you know how in certain people, when they're trying, certain ghetto people, when they're trying to not give full information like emergency contacts or references, they'll pick someone off the street, or they'll call their friend, not someone that they work with, but just their friend.
Yes.
So the headcanon was that Ray Ray had put just some random people from the Fanatic Feedback Zone as his references, and I was one of them. And I kept getting these notifications that Ray Ray had not turned in his whole facts. So I kept saying, "Hey, Ray Ray, turn in your whole facts. Your honest ownership is called into question."
I did. Oh, dear Lord. No, he didn't.
But what really got on my nerves with Ray Ray was the episode.
What started it? Oh, jeez.
Was the episode where they were talking about the new NBA Olympic team, the one that LeBron had led.
Oh God!
And how
you're gonna hurt my brain with this?
How it was compared to the Dream Team.
Yes.
And Cole, this is the genius of Cole Johnson. He started playing in the background "America the Beautiful."
I remember that. Dear God.
And Ray Ray started crying.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh my king. He's done everything for America. I was like, oh my God, why are you crying? Since then, I've always heard,
what's wrong with you?
Ever since I started taking shots at Ray Ray, started taking pot shots. I was not prepared for the backlash. I will admit that. And it has taken on a life of its own. The other thing I wanted to bring up, and I don't know if this is true, and I would like the legendary Ryan McCarthy to confirm or deny this.
Okay.
But I checked, just before I checked on, I see some breaking news saying Antonio Brown and his Albany Empire franchise have been kicked out of the Arena Football League.
That is confirmed.
That is confirmed.
That is confirmed. That's why I'm going to sit back and roll out the red carpet for you.
So now the clown has not only bowed out himself, but now he's allowing everyone else to bow out with him. This is what I meant by when you have an egomaniac just ruin your team. And unfortunately for me, as a Cowboys fan, I'm used to it. I'm used to an idiot egomaniac.
How are you so used?
Come on.
I shouldn't ask this question, but I'm going to go ahead anyway because it's low-hanging fruit. Why are you so used to it?
Come on, Snowman. The Dallas Cowboys, under the guise of Gerald in his senior moments, We have been to 2 divisional round games, and the idiocy has cost us both games. And yet, because Jerry World is full of, I don't know if it's Stepford Wives or we all have Stockholm Central or something, but we all have sat there and said, you know what? We're going to make it to the Super Bowl next year. We're going to do it. We're going to make Super Bowl next year. I'm like, how do you idiots think that critically? Honestly, how do you guys think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl when we don't have one of our star running backs? Most of our receiving core is gone. Our line is porous. Our quarterback's a mental midget. The only thing we have to speak of that could possibly be championship ready is our defense. And, by the way, we have a clown running the plays.
And even that can be called into question sometimes. All I got to do is bring back the fourth quarter of the divisional playoff game.
Which year?
This past one in Santa Clara.
This past one or the one before that?
This past one.
Because both of them could be easy contenders. But there was something that we
the one in Santa Clara. I want to focus on that one.
But the other thing that really irks me is that I can guarantee you there's going to be a spin placed on this by Antonio that the Albany Empire, they're bigger than arena football. We'll get picked up by probably U.S. football or USFL. We'll find someone. We'll probably go to the XFL.
Dear God.
It's going to be that type of spin because from what I have seen thus far, Antonio Brown can never admit he's wrong.
Sounds like a few people I know, but
he can never admit I made a mistake. But now you had a once great arena football team, and they're out of the league in 1 year. I don't even think it's even the full year.
Less than a year. Less than a year. Less than a year after winning the league title.
And no Hawk TV. We are not paying homage to Yo Kang, okay?
All right. Hawk TV's pissed me off.
Kang nothing is not
Kang nothing. Okay. I've had it.
And I love the Hawk TV, but no.
I love Hawk TV. I love Hawk TV too.
But I
love it.
But thinking
Hawk TV, I mean this playfully. You know I mean this playfully. Because now you piss me off. Okay? I can name. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna let Jeff Munn, the former PA announcer for the Phoenix Suns, do it for me.
Okay.
What am I talking about? I can have Jeff Munn. Where are you at? Name you 5 players that are better than LeBron James. Better. Want to know who they are? Take a look. Wait a minute. I went too far.
False start. Oh, that green and yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, with head coach Paul Westphal, here's the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At guard from California, number 7, KJ Kevin Johnson. At guard from Central Michigan, number 9, Dan Marley. Center from Old Dominion, number 41, Mark West. At forward from Utah, number 24, Tom Chambers. And at forward from Auburn, number 34, Charles Barkley.
Oh, y'all didn't see those 5? Here they are again.
Phoenix Suns. At guard from California, number 7, KJ Kevin Johnson. At guard from Central Michigan, number 9, Dan Marley. At center from Old Dominion, number 41, Mark West. At forward from Utah, number 24, Tom Chambers. And at forward from Auburn, number 34, Charles Barkley.
Damn it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, Hog TV. I said it before and I'll say it again. Tom Chambers, number 24, played a better fundamentally sound forward position than, here goes my throat, Yo Kang.
I'll put it like this. For anyone who continues to keep saying that Michael Jordan always faced soft competition, I point to Charles Barkley and say that to him.
I dare you to say that to him. I dare you to say that to Larry Bird. I dare you to say that to Kevin McHale. I dare you to say that to Isaiah Thomas.
Dennis Rodman.
Damn it. James Buddha
Parrish.
Edwards.
James Worthy.
Now, a young Shaquille O'Neal. You mentioned James Bleepin' Worthy. Hey, Hawk TV. You didn't, nobody's better than Yo Kang? You really think that no other player, here I go on my soapbox, Hawk TV, I love you, is better than Yo Kang? Take this.
Performed a defensive. Cooper brings it over to James Worthy. Worthy against Malone. Pass is deflected. Going to be stolen, I think, by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk. And yet another Laker turnover. Worthy threw it away.
Take that.
The wingspan of Dr. J is something supernatural.
And that was my first favorite player.
Yeah.
Julius Erving was my first favorite player. Then my mother decided to introduce me to Irvin Magic Johnson and the Showtime Lakers. And it was over.
And the rest is history.
I love old school basketball. I adore it.
You were talking about how Steph Curry should have been a 4-time MVP.
Am I lying?
No, but I wanted to go over the names of the ones that won. I believe one was Russell Westbrook. Because I believe he averaged a triple-double for the season.
Yeah. False triple-double.
Well, here's the thing.
False. You listen, Hog TV, and the rest of y'all that contend Russell Westbrook had a record-breaking season. That was a false triple-double.
I will put it like this. That's all well and good to have triple doubles, but if you're also doubling up in L's, your triple doubles don't mean anything.
If you're getting bounced out in the first blankety blank bleep round,
exactly. And who was the other one that won?
Doesn't mean a doggone thing. I'm sorry, what?
Who was the other one that won the MVP?
James Stay Puff Harden.
Oh, so James Sharman.
James Sharman, absolutely.
To me, one of the softest individuals, and to me, one of the biggest floppers in the game. Besides Yo Kang. I still love the back to the left that he did. I believe it was against New York, too.
And it should have broken everything in him.
Where he literally was barely touched, and then he went back into the left. You could see it's one of the weirdest flops I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the MVP, at least within the past decade, it's not about being on the court. It's more about popularity.
Right.
How marketable are you, or how popular are you on social media?
Shoot, I'm the most marketable man in sports talk, and yet the big ones won't give me a chance. That's all right. I'll make my chance. We got to pause here for 2 minutes. More of the Random Musings of Vicalar, and God knows he won't live that down after this.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing next-level pro wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Back here on the Brian Snow Show, the Random Musings of Vic Law continue. You can support the show via Cash App using the tag $ Tallman Dr. K50 or by Venmo at Big Snowman 2172, or you can sponsor the show. Call 919-247-3622 for more information. Victor Locke joins me. What's next?
I gotta give it up to my man Sig Diggy, because Sig Diggy and I, it's always in this friendly little fun rivalry between us. And I don't think it's really a rivalry. It's more like just a collaboration of us just coming up with ad after ad after ad, just back and forth. And I love him for that.
Y'all have fun with that.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know, half of them are going to be visualized.
Well, half of them already are.
No, the other half needs to be
absolutely.
The other half of them needs to be visualized.
But
you realize that, don't you?
But Sid came up with some good names. Patrick Ewing, Dikembe Mutombo, the Mailman Carmelone.
Mailman, yep, Carmelone.
Bill Russa, or Bill Russell. Clyde the Glide Drexler, like me, Olajuwon.
Reggie
Mr.
Miller.
Satellite, Reggie Miller.
Chuck Connor's person.
Exactly. Pistol Pete Maravich.
Yep. Pistol Pete Maravich.
It's really weird.
And wait. Here we go with Hawk TV again. None of the guys would stop Yo Kang or are better than him. Want to bet?
All of them are.
All of them are.
Every single one of them are.
Let's be serious. We are being serious. Okay.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Since Hawk TV wants to fight, the hell with it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. This is for Hawk TV and Hawk TV only. And yes, I'm doing this live. Get up here.
Oh, Lord.
Let's have some fun. I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I want to have a blast with you guys before I go. Let's have some fun. Let's do this.
But I do want to get back to one thing.
Hey, I mean this playfully. Hawk TV, where's my sound? Give me my sound. Hawk TV, get your punk up here. And let's have some fun while we're at it.
But I do want to get back to this. I'm sorry that I keep going back and forth, but these are why I call them Random Musings. With Antonio Brown, I think what there needs to happen now is there needs to be some consensus from the people or the fan base in terms of like how they pick their ownership, or they should be able to pick their own ownership. Because I think what's really having a problem is you get a lot of egomaniacs.
Yeah, I got David waiting in the background, but David, I'm waiting on Hawk TV only to come up here. I will talk to you after the program.
I don't think Hawk TV's going to be making it because he's at work.
Oh, doggone it.
Yeah, he's currently at work.
All right, and he's off the week I'm on vacation. Damn you. Damn you. All right. Let's bring in a Yankee hater. Here's David. Surprise!
Power Man. There's a band I know called Power Man 3000. So every time I see David 3000, that's all I keep thinking about. Power Man 3000.
He's got the Dugout podcast at the top of the hour, and I will feature that on Snowman Multimedia. Of course, David's a Red Sox fan, and that led to the ad that Cole came up, the PSA that Cole came up with, and surprised him.
I'm waiting to see David versus Wise. It's gonna happen.
Oh
You
my
know what?
God.
It'll happen if it happens on the air. All I'm gonna do is turn off my camera, make sure it's streamed on all of my channels, and just step out of the way and be prepared to laugh my ass off. Because
how's that gonna work out? But it had to be on a Thursday though before the Dugout Crew because that'll get the viewership crazy.
yeah, it has to happen on a Thursday. Listen, Victor and I have gone up against the most staunch Cub fans.
Oh God.
Okay.
Listen, y'all. We have gone up against the most staunch Cub fans, just as David has gone up against the most staunch Yankee fans.
Yeah, but Yankee fans are not as insane as Cub fans are.
This would be true.
I gotta say, David has the sweet end of the deal. He has a team that he can root for that's not insane, and he goes against a rival that's also not insane.
And he's got 4 world championships in the 2000s.
Fair.
Yes, and also I was born in 2003, so that's pretty much where it all started as for the 21st century.
That's where that's where your love of the Red Sox and hatred of the Yankees started after 2003. But Victor and I have gone up against the most staunch Cub fans. I mean, staunch. I mean, we're talking about that's the word I'm looking for. Insufferable Cub fans. I mean, Cub fans that are so far off the hook that they can't see reality in front of their face. Like, how can I put this? How can I put like? Oh boy, I can't believe I'm going to use this comparison, but I'm going to anyway.
Why you
like
do that?
Jets fans.
Like what?
Jets fans at times. Ryan McCoffey not included.
Exactly.
Ryan McCoffey not included. There's the hat.
I'll ask David this question. David?
Yep.
Has there ever been a situation where the Red Sox or the Yankees have fed a baseball a last meal before blowing it up?
Not that I know of. I mean, the last Red Sox Yankees series was boring, so I could tell you that.
So we can tell this story. 2003, God help us. The Cub. I forgot what place I was in. I was in a bar. I was in a bar and grill, and I was there when the Cubs just happened to clinch the division against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They had to win a doubleheader to clinch it.
Yeah.
Man, I sat in that joint, eat my food when the last out happened on a double play. Pirates bounce into a double play. I hear Chip Carey, who was the television voice at the time, exclaim, "The Cubs are champions of the Central." I bought an extra meal. I bought an extra meal. The one I had put in a box. I bought an extra meal to go, and I got the hell out of there. Why, you ask? I didn't feel like dealing with these fools.
At least you were safe. You didn't have to. I had no choice.
If I was in a position,
what happened?
Because when that game happened, I was just starting to work at UPS on the twilight shift.
Lord. Oh Lord!
So when that happened,
one on Roosevelt, where I worked?
Yes.
Oh Jesus!
So I had to basically take the red line home, or take the red line to Dan Ryan, and then take the last bus home.
Right.
I see.
Right.
Now the red line starts all the way in Howard, way
Yes.
north.
Yes, it does.
Goes through Wrigleyville, goes through the south side, and stops at 95th. So, of course, every Cub fan that is drunk is singing "Go Cubs Go."
Oh God, not that damn
Hey, hey,
song.
holy cow! It's finally
Go
next
Cubs
year,
go.
Oh God.
and they're
Oh,
all off
jeez.
key. None of them are on
Yeah.
a single key to speak
No,
of.
none of them. None of them.
None of them can sing, but they all decide to
Jesus,
sing
please.
at the same time.
Let me
Yes.
tell you right. Let me tell you right now. If I was in a situation where there's two, teams in the same league, like in the same city, like for example, if this was still the Red Sox Braves in Boston, I would root for both teams because why? I don't want to have to cause that stress of hey
The
across
hell?
the road.
Let me stop you right there. The hell with that.
I was just
I am a
quiet.
South Sider born and bred. There
I
are
was just
three
quiet the whole
generations of
time.
White Sox fans in my family. My grandpa, my pops, and me.
Now
We
here's where
took this. Victor's gonna laugh when I say this. We took the safe bet,
yeah.
and we're Southsiders to our hearts. Okay?
Yeah.
We're Southsiders to our hearts.
Okay, this is what Rob Manfred said about the A's. Ready for this?
Okay.
I hear from them. I feel sorry for the fans in Oakland. I do not like the outcome. I understand why they feel the way they do. I think the real question is, what is it Oakland? What is it Oakland was prepared to do? Uh, there is no Oakland offer. Okay, they never got to a point where they had a plan to build a stadium at any site. And it's
Right.
not just John Fisher. The community has to provide support. At some point, you come to the realization it's just it's not going to happen.
Yeah, this is true. You come to that realization. It happened with the Raiders, and now it's happening with the Athletics. Hell, to a point, it happened with the Warriors, but the Warriors just needed a new place. So they go across the bay and they immediately get their deal.
And I said this in the chat earlier too. Back in the 90s, the Giants almost moved to Tampa or where in Florida.
Right.
But it turns out they built a new stadium where Barry Bonds, took the
Yep.
what.
They got what's now Oracle Park.
Yes, I don't know why they had to
what
change
is
their
now
name.
Oracle Park.
I don't know why they had to change their name. Like Milwaukee changed their name to T-Mobile, but I don't know why they did that. But by the way, Snowman, I'm working on some organizing things for my upcoming NHL show. I know that you want to be part of the NHL show this month. That
Yeah.
I'm doing this
Yeah,
show.
I do.
And you're going to cover, I believe, the Blackhawks because
yes,
that's
I'm
your favorite
covering.
team.
That's my team.
I'm just looking at the different divisions, the different conferences. That way we can all be organized. Have someone at least from each division, so that way it'll be fair and square. That's why I asked you to come on the Doggo Crew to cover the Giants, so we can have an extra person for the National League, and then possibly I'll add someone from the Lock-In podcast, so that way we can have another National League reporter.
Okay.
To organize that way.
Because I don't want to say that I'm available, and now that I'm doing this show 2 hours a day, I know I'll need.
I'm changing. I plan to change the time to 5 p.m. Eastern. By the way.
Okay. Well, let me see let me see what I can do. Let me see because I can't stretch myself too thin. I realize that now, especially going a couple of hours a day. Victor's back with where'd you go?
Battery died on the laptop. I had it charging this entire time too.
The battery died. I love it. I've been there.
What were you saying about the? What were you saying about the 5 p.m. slot?
I think the 5 p.m. slot will work, but let me work over the next week. I'm taking a week off to recharge and spend time with my bride. And
take your vacation off. Like I said,
I will let you know when I get back, because what I'm gonna do the next 2
You said the following Saturday
yeah,
get back from vacation.
The following Saturday I'll be back, but I'm probably gonna take that day off because we're going to be driving
Yeah.
a lot between here and Missouri and Chicago. But let me get organized today and tomorrow, and I want to send you and Victor and whomever comes on the new format, so y'all will know the times that
Yes.
I bring you in and how
And
much time that we will have, because
I
I'm
could
going to do a
definitely do
lot.
I could
I'm
definitely
gonna,
do Monday, Tuesday. I can't really do Tuesday, but I could definitely do Monday and just
let
not
me
choose Tuesday or
All
so.
right. Well, let me see who's on the docket. And speaking of docket, I'm overdue for a break, so we're
Okay.
gonna take 3 minutes, and we will come back with more of the random musings of Vic Allah.
I also
Good
say
Lord
check
help me.
the chat as well.
I got it. I already got it.
Okay.
David, let me let you go. I will talk to
Okay.
you after. I will talk to you after the show. And Victor, you stand by. We'll take 3 minutes, and then we'll be back with more of the Brian Snow Show, the improvisational version. Back after this.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Where did the time go? I don't know how I got here.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk and they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Welcome back to the Brian Snow Show. Don't forget to check out the Dugout Crew on David 3000's channel, 4 p.m. start time, but he is moving the show to 5 p.m. effective next week. Victor Locke joins me as we continue some random musings. And before the break, we talked about dealing with Cub fans.
I do want to bring up something that you brought up before about sports fans being in their feelings.
Yes, sir.
It seems to me that majority of the time, sports fans, they don't look at the team as like just a team. They look at it as like part of their family. like, and also players.
I laugh because you're telling the truth.
Because when you look at like
I laugh
King
because,
Nothing.
I laugh because you're telling. Oh God!
When you look at King
Do you
Nothing,
have to
they
do
don't
that to me?
They don't look at LeBron as just a player. They look at
No,
him
they
as
don't.
like their nephew, their uncle, their brother. So in their family, it's like,
Father.
this man does not know you.
Exactly.
He does not know. You don't need to keep falling in your face defending him for every little thing he does.
But you know they do. They can't help it.
It's really weird.
I know that.
When you talk about, but then of course there's Cub fans.
It's horribly weird.
But then you talk about Cub fans.
Them. Dear Lord.
2003. Imagine you are a Cub fan. I know I'm being blasphemous here, but follow me.
I know you're doing this to tell a story.
Imagine you're a Cub fan.
If you ever ask me that again, I will sock you in the mouth.
I know. Imagine you're a Cub fan and you are given the opportunity to watch a possible championship series clinching game.
Oh dear.
You're in the second row.
Yes.
Left field.
Yes.
You're not really listening to the game itself. You listen to Pat and Ron on WGN.
Yep.
As they're doing their thing.
Yep.
And as you're staring at, you see a ball coming your way. It's a
Uh-huh.
foul ball. You have a chance to get a hold of a baseball.
Yes.
Of the Cubs possibly breaking the curse and going to World Series for the first time in 99 years. And so you reach out for it.
He said 90. I'm sorry. He said 99 years.
You reach out for this all. Yay!
Yes.
I get the baseball. And a glove comes out from one of the Cub players. And you get hold of the baseball. And all of a sudden, that fan is that player is so angry at you. And you're like, what's going on?
Right.
And Mark Pryor's looking at you. He's saying, hey, that's interference. That's interference.
They're all looking for interference, aren't they?
Now the entire city, or the entire north side of the city, hates
you.
To the point where you had to be escorted out of the ballpark.
Yep.
Put in protective custody and sent away. All because you were a fan of the Chicago Cubs.
If that don't tell your experience right there.
But it's not my experience.
That's certainly not my experience because
that's the experience.
We actually won the damn thing.
Well, yeah. But that's the experience of one Steve Bartman.
Uh-huh.
A man who just wanted to see his team win.
Yep.
His team go to the World Series. And they were 5 outs away. Now imagine someone like me, however. Remember that train I was telling you about where everyone was singing?
Yes.
Quietest train I've ever been on. Not even a church mouse was talking. Not even a church mouse was saying anything. No, it was quiet.
For once.
It was so quiet.
I'm sorry. For once.
And they were all looking like they had just lost their best friend.
Uh-huh.
And But then I go home
Oh no.
after the aftermath, and I watch as my beloved city lost its blank mind. There were wanted signs. There were wanted posters before Steve Bartman's name had came out. There were wanted posters for crimes against Cubdom.
Stop.
With Steve Bartman's face, and his name was changed to Bill E. Goat.
Stop it, please.
They apprehended the baseball, fed the baseball a last meal of lobster and steak.
And of course, they didn't touch the damn thing.
Proceeded to blow, because it's a baseball. Baseballs don't have mouths. They can't eat.
Oh, my Lord.
And then...
Oh, there's more?
They take the remnants of the baseball and they soak it in beer and distill it and put the remainder.
They soak it in beer
into a pasta sauce. This will stop the curse. You wonder why most rational fans.
Just a minute. Hold up. They what?
They soaked the baseball remnants in beer.
That right there should tell you the insanity of Cubdom. They gave the ball a last rites meal of lobster and steak.
Yep.
And then blew the sumbitch to smithereens.
And then blew it up. Took the entrails.
They blew the sumbitch to smithereens.
Yep. They then took the remnants, soaked it in beer. Then they steamed and distilled it. I don't know how they did that.
They steamed and distilled the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. And then...
Are you kidding me?
Placed the remainder in a pasta sauce. And called it the anti-curse sauce. I'm not kidding when I say this.
Are you kidding me?
It's why, even though I think the moronic republic of Cowboys Nation is just delusional, they don't do this.
They actually did that.
They actually did that. We were there, Snowman.
Even the memory hurts.
Yes.
Of them blowing the piss out of that baseball.
I defy anybody in the chat
to come up with a story like this.
Yes. You can come up with the craziest thing you've seen a fan base do of your most hated baseball, basketball, hockey, football, badminton team, and I guarantee you they don't do what the Cubs did in 2003.
Man, I remember being the sports editor for Tempo at Chicago State University.
Oh, I remember Tempo.
The most thankless position I ever had.
Well, any job at Chicago State was thankless, sad to say.
And he's not lying, folks. We could share some stories about that.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, and some people, matter of fact, I think that's how we'll close. And some people involved in that grade A homogenized BS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
When your president of the college gets booed at their own meeting.
At their own damn meeting. At their own damn meeting. What does that tell you? But that'll be after the break.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote an article for Tempo called Why Not Us? Because at the time, the manager of the Cubs was the legendary Dusty Baker.
Yes.
And I love Dusty Baker.
I do too.
But then I questioned why the... Give me this button. Where is it? I got to drink it. Give me this button. I questioned why the he took that Cubs job.
Because a job is a job.
No lie to be found.
A job is a job.
No lie to be found. And then that explained why I took the job with Tempo.
Yeah.
Never again. But anyway, never the blank again. And anyway, I wrote an article called Why Not Us? The most popular article Tempo has had in about 10 years to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Victor saw that article, saw that clipping, and looked at me. And before he could say, "Why did you write that?" I said, I had to think of something within 90 minutes of them taking to print.
Right.
Or I would lose my job.
Right.
And I can't believe I wrote that. I can't believe I typed that. I cannot believe I typed that. Now I'm glad it's a distant memory.
I do want to point something out. There's something that you and I talked about, and I do want to point this out.
Yes, sir.
And specifically when it comes to Black men, Black people as a whole, there seems to be this really weird disconnect in terms of supporting
You ain't lying about that.
your fellow people. We were talking about, because you and I have both had this, how we speak, how we communicate.
Yep.
We both have a pretty good vernacular. We enunciate. We pronounce words correctly.
I would say so.
But for some reason, people who look like us say that we're trying to be something we're not. That we're talking white, or we're trying to be white.
That's a show in and of itself.
I do ask the question of, what indication do you have
What evidence do you have?
that we're trying to be something we're not? Or better yet, why is it that we deem sounding educated, sounding intelligent, speaking clearly so that we're understood, why is that considered to be taboo? Why is that considered to be something wrong?
I'd love an answer to that.
And even going out and doing things for yourself and betting on yourself, that's also viewed as wrong because you're not, quote unquote, supporting your brothers.
Who the hell told that lie?
I like to put the spotlight on one Deion Sanders.
So he got a better deal and he took it.
He got a better deal. He already helped his former college.
Yeah,
the college he was at
Jackson
before. Yeah.
Mhm.
He helped them already. Now
Yeah.
he has an opportunity for a better job, a better position, and better pay. And the people who loved him turn their
Hate
back
him.
to him.
People who
And
loved him now
why?
hate him.
But why though? It's almost like, yeah, we'll support you as long as you support what we want you to support. That's not how that works.
Victor, I want you to save that for when we get back, for when I get back from vacation, because that's a full hour in and of itself.
Fair. That's fair.
Save that one for when I get back, because I know next week you're in the office.
Yeah.
I want you to save that for when I get back from vacation.
Oh, absolutely. I will definitely say
Because that's a full hour. Hell, that's a full week in and of itself. So hold on to that one. All right.
What a mercy. I will certainly will do so, especially the point I wanted to make. But it's crazy to me, and I know you've had it. I've had it. I'm certain Cole's had it. Because when you talk to someone like a Cole Johnson, you know that man is wise beyond his years.
Yep.
I would say if you really need some sagely advice, I would say go to you, and I would say go to Cole.
I appreciate that. We're going to close with some humor. Lots of it. Because Victor and I both had to deal with Chicago State University.
Yeesh.
Dear God in heaven. Back in a minute.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is The Brian Snow Show.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Hey everybody, Brian Snow here. Want to do some afternoon sports talk with me and be interactive? Also meet some great guests from every walk of life? Then tune in to the Brian Snow Show on CSTV and CSTVnow.com. Weekdays at 2 p.m. Come on aboard and enjoy the ride.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest products and unprecedented services for everything we sell. And for years, our customers have been coming back. Take a look around. If you don't find what you need, visit us in Stockton, California. From the latest and best in tire technology to the services required to keep your vehicle looking good and running great, PK Tire Pros can get you out on the road quickly and at an affordable price. Stop by soon to see why so many people consider PK Tire Pros to be the one-stop shop for all of their tire needs. At PK Tire Pros, our friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service professionals, and affordable prices all come together to make driving out on a new set of tires easy. On top of that, we never tire of tires. Stop by and see us, and you'll be glad you did.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Down the stretch we come here on the Brian Snow Show. Thank you to those at WQEE 99.1 in Atlanta and WLEO 26.7 digital broadcasting in Baltimore, Maryland. And thank you to those on CSTV tuning us in. Daily 2-hour programming at the during the morning and the afternoon, taking you through your day.
Speaking of which, I felt like I got a chance to watch some Ghost in the Hood, and I'm enjoying it.
Same. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on Ghost in the Hood. And also tonight, Thursday Night Throwdown. That's on CSTV. That is a 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time start. All right. I got a lot of ish to get off my chest concerning a certain school.
Oh, please do. Please do.
I know it's been since 2009 since I've been there. But Chicago State University in 200,000 kind of ways pissed me off. And the biggest thing about them, they wouldn't pay me for what I was doing.
I was there for 150,000 of those reasons.
175.
Ah.
You were there for a lot of those reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there with me in a shirt and tie every time I went to them with an offer, a broadcast offer on paper. Yeah. They first told me to schedule the meeting. Did that. Had to reschedule it 3 times. They said have an offer on paper. Did that. Victor helped me produce the damn thing. Came in. I'm ready to deal. Okay? The first time I went by myself, I'm ready to deal. You know that sumbitch forgot me?
Which one was this? Which AD was
Sudi
this?
Freaking Davis.
Sudi Davis, gotcha.
He was voted the athletic director after the previous one who helped put a 3-year broadcast plan in place with me while we were in Edinburgh, Texas.
Right.
Was fired. Matter of fact, let me find his name.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna find some people's names. And the one that got you was Chicken Leg, Bob Beeman.
Okay, let me
Go.
delve in on that.
Go.
So one of the assignments that I was with Brian on, it was a women's basketball game.
Yes.
And who were they playing? It wasn't
I
Cleveland.
forgot.
It was an Ohio team. And the daughter of the
Dayton. University of Dayton.
Dayton.
University of Dayton.
The daughter of the legendary Larry Nance.
Casey Nance.
Casey Nance was playing.
Casey
So of course
Casey Nance, all 6'4" of her.
So guess who decides to be in the house tonight?
Larry Nance.
Larry Nance. And I
guess
believe
guess who hooked on to our broadcast?
I was gonna say, and guess who got an interview with one Larry Nance?
You're
the man on
talking
your
to
screen.
him.
The man on your screen, correct. So the PA announcer is good. He does a shout out called Someone You May Know in the Gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna shout out Larry Nance. That's really cool.
Nope.
Instead, they announced Bob Beeman.
Several times.
And collectively, almost the entire stadium said, who?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, he was at the Olympics once upon a time. I don't care. You have Larry freaking Nance. Now, if it was Jesse Owens, I understand.
If it was
Jesse FloJo, I understand.
Yep.
If it's Jackie Jordan Kersey, I understand.
But it's
Bob Beeman. And this wasn't just a one-time thing. This was almost every single game that I did. They always shout out Bob Beeman.
Every game. And Victor rode shotgun with me for up until the day I told Chicago State F you.
And I looked at Snowman and said, this is planned. That was planned.
They had planned for me to be so frustrated to leave. Fine, they got their wish, but they screwed up. Now they're paying ESPN out the ass to have their games aired. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this, Chicago State, but you shouldn't be surprised, but you screwed up.
Royally.
You had someone in-house willing to broadcast your games. All you had to do was let him travel with the team home and road, make him the assistant sports information director, in which I knew what my duties were, because hell, I own my own damn company.
Exactly.
I was doing this ish when Alvin Washington double-crossed me. And that's an episode in and of itself.
We won't get too much into that.
Matter of fact, let me close up shop with CSTV. Victor, hang tight with me for 1 minute.
Okay.
I feel a rush coming. I feel a rush coming on. For those of you on YouTube, I want you to stand by. And for those of you on CSTV, thanks for watching. God bless you. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you for tuning in to The Brian Snow Show, where sports is the base, life and fun are the results.
All right. Now that
yes.
Just a minute. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, and I'll end the broadcast on LinkedIn as well, because They don't need to hear what I'm about to tell them.
Okay.
And shit, matter of fact, I'm the only